I'm Jed McLaughlin, a former finance manager turned product marketer, and today I'm going to give you a tour of Intuit Enterprise Suite. Intuit Enterprise Suite is a multi-entity, multi-dimensional platform. What that means is that for the first time, you can bring all of your business entities into one place where you can not only see them in consolidated reports, manage settings across them, and perform intercompany transactions, but you can also customize the way that you see your data through the lens of dimensions. Dimensions are an extension of the classes concept. With classes and other QuickBooks products, you can assign one value to each transaction, but with dimensions, you can define multiple dimensions and assign multiple values to each transaction so that you're tracking your data with the granularity and the way that your business needs to make informed decisions. So let's jump right into it. When you log into Intuit Enterprise Suite, you'll land here on the consolidated view. This is where you get to see your whole business in aggregate, with each of these KPIs and charts representing the business on a consolidated level. Of course, you can customize this dashboard. You can filter businesses in and out of it depending on what you need, but you can also do so much more from here. You can manage your intercompany transactions right from here. You can customize the shortcuts that you want and access frequently to manage your multi-entity organization. You can quickly access consolidated reports, and you can adjust settings at the consolidated level. We're going to jump right into a consolidated profit and loss. I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to generate a consolidated P&L, and then how you can also report on dimension across your entire organization. So in a matter of seconds, the consolidated profit and loss is generated. You can look at it in aggregate like we have here, or you can break it out by company so that you can see the individual P&Ls across each business, along with the eliminations to give you the confidence that your consolidated total is accurate. We know that a lot of businesses struggle to do this today with manual workarounds, a lot of spreadsheets, and a lot of data exportation. With Intuit Enterprise Suite, you saw how quick and easy it was, and I'm going to show you one of the ways in which we handle intercompany transactions so that you can understand how the accounting actually happens to get yourself to an accurate consolidated profit and loss. Now, we can also break this out by one of the dimensions that we've defined in the context of this business, which is sector. Sector represents the different industries that Horizon Industries, this business, serves. Anything from commercial buildings to HVAC to industrial manufacturing. The consolidated profit and loss broken out by dimension allows us to see the relative size of each of these businesses, how big they are, and what their margin profile looks like, so that we can make more informed decisions about where we focus as a business, not only to grow our top line, but to also manage the bottom line. I'm going to jump from the consolidated view now into one of the entities to show you some of the other cool capabilities that Intuit Enterprise Suite offers for growing in complex businesses. First, we're going to start in the business feed. The business feed is where you see all of the work that Intuit Enterprise Suite and AI is doing in the background on your behalf that's ready for your review. In this case, it's showing us some overdue bills that need our attention. It's also generated a monthly financial summary that tells the story of how our business has performed. And within the context of projects, the AI has actually generated a project estimate, and in this case, a project budget on our behalf. We're going to jump right into this project estimate so you can see how cool the AI is and the way that it generates a lot of this information for you based on the information it has, so that you don't have to spend time manually inputting data to create a project estimate that ultimately goes to one of your clients. So you can see here, line by line, it's populated what the product and service is, the description, what the unit cost is, something that doesn't get shown to your clients, but what the customer rate will be and what the total will be. We know that this is a lot of manual work that you guys are doing today, whether that's in spreadsheets or even in QuickBooks natively. We now take all this work off of your plate. We leverage the project budget information you've already created, and we do this for you on your behalf. Now, this is just one cool example of the way Intuit Enterprise Suite leverages artificial intelligence to do work for you and make you more efficient, but I want to show you another one. I'm going to go right into the bank transactions here from the accounting app. Now, what's really cool about the bank feed in Intuit Enterprise Suite is that artificial intelligence is categorizing transactions for you in the background for you to review so that you don't have to spend time combing through all of them and determining which of these transactions should be categorized in which way. The other thing that's really cool about this is that you can perform an intercompany allocation directly from the bank feed as one of the ways to perform intercompany accounting. So I'm going to come down to this uh, line item here from Crystal for contract labor, select this arrow, and select allocate. It will take me to a page here that lets me determine which of the businesses I want to allocate this expense to. I'm going to select Verizon, Sun Builders, and Keystone Construction, click Save, and then I get to determine how I want to allocate this. Now I can allocate it by percentage of sales, expenses or assets, choose an even percentage, or even do a custom percentage. For simplicity, I'm going to allocate this evenly and click Apply. You can see that it evenly split it, 1/3 for each of these businesses, and then I'll click Save. Once I've done that, I can look at the allocation journal just to have the peace of mind that the accounting is done correctly with the right accounts, debits and credits, and due tos and due froms. Outside of intercompany accounting and the AI that we're doing on your behalf, I also want to show you how workflow automation is really powerful in Intuit Enterprise Suite, and how dimensions can be leveraged not only for reporting, but for workflows. I've selected here one of the simple templates that we provide as a starting point for how you can set up bill multi-condition approvals. Without getting into the full workflow or all the details, what I want to show you is how dimensions can become one of the conditions as one of the steps in your multi-condition approval. So in this case, the template is suggesting that if a bill is between a certain amount, then we make a decision about where it goes. Beyond how big the bill is, or some other conditions, we can also choose to leverage one of our dimensions as a condition in this approval. In this case, anything associated with the East Coast is going to be a condition for this. And once a bill meets the conditions of being of a certain size and being associated with one of those East Coast regions, I want to make sure that it comes to Wes Norris, who's our AP clerk for all of our Eastern regions. I need him to approve it, and once Wes has had a chance to review and approve, I then need it to go either to John or Gunjan, who also need to approve any of these bills to ensure that nothing is falling through the cracks, that our business is staying organized and on top of all the bills, and that my team is not spending time manually going through all the list of bills and determining which ones should be approved by whom, and really becoming a bottleneck in that process. So dimensions, really powerful for reporting and giving you the insights you need. Also really powerful for setting up workflows and ensuring that work is being routed to the appropriate teams based on their scopes and their roles. Now, beyond workflow automation and everything else that we've reviewed, I want to show you how this story all comes together into an enterprise suite when you need to communicate the financial performance of the business. We've recently revamped the management report experience in Intuit Enterprise Suite, making it a lot more engaging and visually appealing. Here I'm clicking on a quarterly financial summary that I've already started to prepare based on a template Intuit Enterprise Suite offers me. This quarterly financial summary is completely configurable and customizable to your needs. You can rearrange the order of the management report and the content. You can customize this AI-generated executive summary that we do on your behalf so that you can include relevant and contextual points that are important for your stakeholders. You can include the KPI scorecards, the top KPIs that are most important to your business are right here front and center. You can bring in new charts and different chart types to represent the financial performance of your business. And of course, you can bring in your financial statements in any other report that you see fit. This is a great way to tell the story of the business, to bring your stakeholders along, and to really show the value of this platform and giving you the insight that you need to understand how your business is performing so that your organization can make more informed decisions about where to go in the future. This has just been a quick overview of what Intuit Enterprise Suite is, but the reality is that this is a very robust platform designed to meet the complex needs of growing businesses, and I don't have enough time to take you all through it. So I encourage you to reach out to our team so that you can get a more detailed demo of the product and see how this can be applied to your business so that you can resolve that complexity and you can move forward with confidence. Thanks for watching.